May 17th, District Court, Defendant Lobby, number 3. Wow, I knew Mr. Wright would put up a tough fight, but... Yeah, just when I thought we had him, he turned the tables on us. He really is the Turnabout terror. We can't let him blindside us again. Looks like they got me again. 3 times in 1 year. That's a new record. Dats, please, no more new records or bad puns while you're at it. It's hard enough trying to help you as it is. Roger that. I'll be more careful next time. Dats, is what Mr. Wright said true? Did you really pay a visit to Dr. Buff that night? Sure did. Can't remember the exact time, though. All I know is he wouldn't hand over the orb. Someone put in his head that we rebels were dangerous. That's why he threw me out. So the doctor was still alive when Dats last saw him. We'll still have to prove it, though. Better brace yourself, son. The next witness's testimony could make or break this case. Yeah, I know. Hey, where's Trucy? She went to go see her dad. Maybe she's still mad. More like worried. Worried that this trial will create a rift between you two. And that you might then leave the agency. She has an active imagination. Excuse me, the trial will be resuming shortly. Well, let's go see what new testimony awaits us. May 17th, District Court, courtroom number 6. All right, court is back in session. Mr. Wright, you said you had a witness. Your Honor, I would like to call the lone survivor of the doctor's murder to the stand. Wait, he can't mean that Sarge is here? You mean Dr. Buff's reclusive son? How did you get him to cooperate? Nothing a little persuasion couldn't handle. The poor child only agreed to help if it meant catching the killer. Getting a kid like that to overcome his fear, now that's impressive. This must be really important testimony for the kid to come out in public like this. Very well, Mr. Wright, please call your witness to the stand. Oh my, Sargent Buff at your service, sir! He's here as the drone? Really? Mr. Wright, what exactly is the meaning of this? Past trauma has rendered it impossible for the witness to venture into public. Leaving home was hard enough, and it seems leaving the witness lobby was just too much. But I would still like to continue with testimony delivered via this drone. I understand it must be terrible to lose one's father like that. But testimony via remote-controlled toy? Well, let's take things for a spin and see how it goes. Just who's piloting this trial anyway? The judge sure warmed up to the idea fast. I think the phrase you're looking for is gave up. You disappoint me, Corporal Justice, the thing I once called you comrade! Ah! Defending the man who killed Papa? That's full-on treason, soldier! I hereby demote you back to private. Corporal? Private? What's he talking about, Apollo? It's a long story. Now then, are you ready to testify, youngster? Locked and loaded, sir. Ready to red lead down on the perpetrator. Witness testimony. What happened that evening? Papa met with someone the night he died. I didn't have eyes on the ground as I'd already mounted my siege defense, but I did hear him arguing with someone in his study. From my window, I saw the one designated death getting ejected from the premises. After that, the man lingered around the perimeter for some time. He must have regrouped and killed my papa in the study later. I just know it. So he was thrown out but later returned and committed the murder, did he? Yes, Your Honor. So the man my client saw really must have been the fleeing Mr. Armie. Objection! Right, you backstabbing no good. I didn't kill no one. It's the enemy. Ready all missiles and fire! Whoa, 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 whoa! Capitalist pig, I'll turn you into pork stroganoff! And that's just a taste of my ultimate anti-swine weapon. Whoa, it fires missiles too? Yes, well, the witness is all yours, Mr. Justice. This case just gets weirder and weirder, and I love it. Papa met with someone the night he died. I didn't have eyes on the ground as I'd already mounted my siege defense, but... Sarge, I've always wondered. Who or what are you battling? That's classified! Even so, it may be relevant to this case. I don't know if you're the right person to be asking about things like that. That's right! Such matters need to be handled with a certain delicacy. Oh, I guess curiosity got the better of me. You're talking no action, soldier! Out on the battlefield, it ain't the number of pretty words in your repertoire, but the number of bullets in your gun belt that counts. Easy for you to say, you're the one with all of them. Would the witness please tell this court what he saw in her that night? I did hear him arguing with someone in his study. I didn't have eyes on the ground as I already mounted my siege defense. But I have something that may prove you wrong. Objection! The drone. Sarge, are you hiding something from me? How dare you question your superior officer like that? You want to get in on this stroganoff action with Pig Boy over there, soldier? Sorry, but I'm afraid lawyers are missile-proof. What? Would the defense care to explain? It's simple, Your Honor. Just as he is able to see what is happening in court right now, Sarge was able to see what was happening in this study then. With his cherished drone, of course. Ah, now that you mention it. And to think the answer was right before our eyes this whole time. Sarge, you were perfectly capable of patrolling the study that night, so you must have seen something. Ah! I'm hit! What is this strange new weaponry you're using against me? Courtroom warriors don't use guns or missiles because evidence is our weapon of choice, and the evidence has exposed your bald-faced lie. My truth bomb, Sarge, has stripped your defenses bare. Truth bomb? No! Ah! Mayday! Mayday! I'm going down! Oh my, are you alright? Evidence! Never have I seen such fearsome ordnance! Tell it to us straight, Sarge. After all, you want to help your father, don't you? Papa. Yes, you want to find out who killed him, don't you? So please, tell us what you saw that night. It's not what you think. I didn't see anything. I swear. You sure? You seem awfully stressed for someone who didn't see anything. Ah! Sarge, you need to answer my question. Shut your pothole, medic! It'll be a scorching day in Siberia before a lowly private like you orders me around. What's with them in Siberia of all places? But if a scorching day is what it'll take, then maybe it's time to turn up the heat. Hey, Athena, you think a therapy session might help? Well, it could help alleviate some of his anxiety. Plus, I'm picking up a lot of discord in Sarge's voice. That usually means the patient wants to say something but can't for some reason. And in Sarge's case, I imagine whatever's plaguing him is pretty severe. In that case, I leave it to you and your mood matrix magic. You got it. Your Honor, I believe I can be of help here. Time for a therapy session, is it, Miss Sykes? Yes, it will help the witness with his anxiety, maybe even enough to testify. Then by all means, please bring the poor child out into the light of day. Oh, but I assume this will be all right with you, Mr. Wright. Why not? It's not like we all haven't been through this before. What are you butting in for, lady? There ain't a place on this battlefield for you. I beg to differ, Sarge. This G.I. Jane's always ready for a fight in this courtroom. And wait until you see what I've got on my arsenal, analytical psychology. With it, I'm gonna blow a big old hole in the armor you built around your heart. Wow! First evidence, now analytical psychology? Where are these WMDs coming from? Well, it's a battle you want? Bring it on! You may have started this war, but I'm gonna end it. Corpsewoman Sykes. You got it, Sarge. Time to seek out the agony buried deep in your heart. Brace yourself! All right, let's do it. Mood Matrix online. I stayed in my room with my drone that evening. I heard Dats and Papa arguing with each other. Dats got kicked out, but I saw him still hanging around outside. I was in my room, so I didn't know Papa was dead until the next day. If you did know, then answer me this. That's strange. You reacted with shock when you discovered your father's body. Yet you weren't nearly as shocked then as when you saw Mr. Arabal. Normally, you'd expect the death of one's father to be much more impactful. Enemy fire! Direct hit! That is strange. I wonder what it could mean. Well, we know he wasn't as affected by his father's death as he should have been. And I think I know why. Oh? Sarge, you weren't as shocked at seeing your father's body as seeing Mr. Arabal because you'd already seen his body. Sarge, maybe the truth is you left your room that night, and that's when you saw it, your father's body. I saw no such thing! Really? You didn't see his body? All right then. What did you see? Noise level 70%. Look, Apollo, we've lost some noise. So, just as I suspected, he really did see something. Sarge, please, tell us what you saw. What? The moment I saw it, I couldn't bear it. I couldn't stand to lose yet another loved one. Huh? Am I missing something here? Is that why you weren't very shocked when you found out your father was dead? Because you had already sensed that he was a goner somehow? Maybe? Please, Sarge, what was it you saw on the night of your father's murder? I saw... What's happening? I don't like where this is going. No more, please! Yeah! Help! I've confiscated your little toy. The battlefield has no place for unauthorized equipment. Widget! Apollo, I can't continue this session without him. Calm yourself this instant, witness. I hereby order you to submit your therapy session. What in blazes? Look at me. I'm judge, jury, and executioner now. I hereby convene a military tribunal. This witness is being hard. Being a real hard ass. Whoa. This has gone way too far. Bailiff, arrest that drone this instant. Stop resisting. If you don't comply, I'll fire! Get what's it back like here! Such madness. You finally got him back. Nice work. This witness is truly a handful. Up, 2, 3, 4. Miss Sykes, what's the witness's current psychological state? Let's see. He's emotionally all over the map. So his out-of-control emotions are in control of him, huh? Does that mean we can calm him down if we can figure out the root cause? Yes. So let's see what we can find. Sarge, can you hear me? Is that you, Corpse Woman Sykes? I'm here. Now I want you to take a few deep breaths. Just try to relax. Try it with me. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. In, out, in, out. And now, let your emotions take you where they will. Go on, just let it all out. All forces, attack! That's the least relaxing breathing exercise I've ever seen. Right, sadness and surprise. Here we go. That's what's still hanging around after we got kicked out when I heard more fighting, and I got worried about Papa. So I left my room, but suddenly I got dizzy and passed out. I remember a flame lighting up the room. The flames themselves. Got it! That's it. Sarge, you were overcome with shock and fear when you saw those flames, weren't you? Was I? Yes, just 6 months ago, you and your mother were caught up in an arsonist blaze, so it's no wonder you would be extremely scared of fire. Yes, that does make sense. And maybe, just maybe, your subconscious fear of fire was what caused you to withdraw from our world. What do you mean, Corpse Woman Sykes? In the outside world, you were bound to come across all sorts of fire. Candles, cigarettes, heck, even the grill at a diner. Even if it's not that often, just the idea that you might see them grew bigger and bigger until you couldn't shut it out. I think you might be onto something. Candles, cigarettes, just thinking about them sends a chill down my spine. Wow, the things I take for granted. Now I see. I was afraid of the fire. Strange, I didn't even realize it myself. About that fire, Sarge, can you tell me what it was burning? Just stay calm and maybe something will come to you. Oh, I'm starting to remember. It was that relic. That relic Papa was studying. It was on fire. The orb was on fire? It's still kind of fuzzy. But yes, the orb was burning right in front of Papa. And there, in the flames, was Mama? Yes, now I remember. I saw Mama appear amid the dancing flames. Wait, what? Is that it? Noise level down to 30%. What's going on here? Maybe it's a memory from the fire that killed his mother. He might be confusing it with what really happened when his father died. So let me guess. More therapy? Yep. But this time, it seems there's an inconsistency in his statements. And I think we should be able to prove it with the evidence at hand. I hope this inconsistency is the key to proving that the relic really is the Founder's Orb. That's what's still hanging around after we got kicked out when I heard more fighting, and I got worried about Papa. So I left my room, but suddenly I got dizzy and passed out. I remember a flame lighting up the room and Papa grinning with delight. The relic was on fire and I saw Mama's face inside. That's when Papa must have been killed. If only I hadn't passed out. If only you knew.
Objection!
Don't blame yourself, Sarge. After all, even if you hadn't passed out, the outcome would have been the same. What do you mean? I'm talking about the time of death. Your father wasn't killed right after you left your room. What? Explain yourself at once, Private Justice. You said you saw your father burning the orb, right? But that night, he went out to hide it in a cave. So what you saw, Sarge, was something that happened before your father left to hide the orb. Ah. So you see, you didn't pass out right before he was killed. You passed out right before he left for the cave to hide the orb in the ruins within. So even if I hadn't passed out, that's right, the outcome would have been exactly the same. That's because your father, Dr. Buff, was killed after he returned from the ruins. And therefore, Sarge, there's no need for you to blame yourself. Oh, I see. Private Justice, can you really say I bear no blame in this? Sorry. Why do you ask? Because the truth is, if I hadn't engaged in my siege defense, Papa would still be alive. Sarge, Papa wished nothing more than for me to lead a happy, healthy life. That's why he quit his job and moved us out, away from the big city. But even then, I didn't have the courage to set foot in the outside world. And in the end, I failed to make Papa's wish come true. Sarge? If you want to make your father's wish come true, if that's what you really want, then who's to say it's too late? Why don't you take the first step now? My first step? That's right. You can cast off all your regret. You can stop standing still and start moving forward. You have the power within you. I know from experience. I know what it's like to feel like you do. But only you can decide to take that first step. If you don't change your tactics now, Sarge, the victory you seek in the war you're waging will always lie beyond your grasp. I think I understand now. I've made up my mind. As of this moment, I will suspend my siege defense indefinitely. Who's this? Wait. Arnie is a girl. Huh? Sargent Buff, reporting for duty. What? I thought you were a guy. You're definitely not the gruff drill sergeant I envisioned. Well, my mama was in the Russian army. I was just as shocked, but it certainly explained a few things when I found out too. May I introduce to you Miss Armie Buff, age 12. No way. Careful, soldier. Don't forget I could blow you away at a moment's notice. She's just too cute. So, have you always been in a wheelchair, Sarge? Negative. Only since I was injured. In the fire. Your voice sounds awfully different from before. My drone features a voice modulation device. It's just one of my Armie's many technological marvels. Well, you fooled me. I thought some 20-something military fanatic was at the controls. If it's all the same to you, troops, I'd like to continue my testimony. I just remembered something, and it's as crisp as clear as a trumpet at roll call. What did you remember? It wasn't my mother who appeared in the burning orb. It was some lady Papa had shown me a picture of a long time ago. He said it was the Holy Mother, the founder of Koreanism. She appeared right there, right in the burning orb. Huh? What did you just say? So that's what it was. Noise level 0%. Moon matrix complete. The Holy Mother of Koreanism was in the burning orb? What does that even mean? I have a bad feeling about this. Could it be? Could this explain what Sarge means by the Holy Mother appearing in the burning orb? The research notes.
Take that!
Dr. Buff's research notes? What do they have to do with this? Look at this. The burning orb. The appearance of the founder. This part points to both. The third line of the prayer. Offer thy prayers as fervent as fire. Only then shall the Holy Mother return. There is a legend about the orb involving a mysterious riddle. And this song, in turn, is said to contain the key to solving it. If the legend is true, then I believe the answer lies in this part of the song. Offer thy prayers as fervent as fire, only then shall the Holy Mother return. Well, anyone see where I'm going with this? Prayers as fervent as fire. Ha! You're supposed to set the orb on fire? The whole stanza seems to suggest that the founder will appear if the orb is set on fire. Wait, so the doctor, he... Yes, Athena. He had solved the ancient riddle of the founder's orb. Oh my. Papa was a great archaeologist, so I believe in him, and I want to believe. I want to believe he achieved his long-time dream of solving that riddle before he died. Well, we won't know for sure until we try it for ourselves. Yes, do it, Private Justice, please. I want to see what Papa was searching for with my own eyes.
Objection!
The plaintiff must object to this.
Objection!
BS. The plaintiff will stand down and be quiet.
Objection!
You don't have the right to set a precious relic like that on fire.
Objection!
Oh, but I do. All I needed was Sarge's permission, since we still don't know if this treasure is the founder's orb or the crystal of Amy Faye. Any ownership rights the doctor had now belongs to his daughter. Therefore, you have absolutely no right to stop us. Very well, Mr. Justice. I never thought I'd be saying this, but you may burn the evidence. All right, here we go. Look! Apollo! The inside of the orb! It's melting! There's something in there. Ah! Dirk! Isn't she? Her garb leaves no room for doubt. It's the founder herself, face and all. I don't understand. The greatest of taboos in Koreanism is the depiction of the founder's face. Yet here it is, hidden within this sword. sorry, Mr. Wright, but as you can see, the issue is crystal clear. This figure is the Holy Mother, founder of Koreanism. And based on that, this must be none other than the Founder's Orb.
Objection!
Be that as it may, Mr. Armie still may have killed the Doctor. If so, it would render the orb transfer agreement null and void. Don't play dumb, Mr. Wright. The truth of the matter has already been proven. Dr. Buff wasn't killed right after Sarge saw Mr. Armie. It happened after the Doctor came back from hiding the orb. And you've no proof that Mr. Armie was still around at the time. Ugh. Your claim that the Defiant Dragons were behind the crime doesn't hold water. And that means the orb transfer agreement is still perfectly valid. Ugh. Admit it, Mr. Wright. I just burned your whole case to the ground. Ugh. No! It's not every day Phoenix Wright gets a breakdown like this. I love it. I won? I actually won? Mr. Wright, would you care to respond? Respond? I didn't think so. Wait, did we just win? Did we actually beat the Turnabout Terror? You're amazing, Apollo. Don't just stand there, Wright. Do something. Well, I don't think there's any digging out of this hole. Mr. Addison Wimperson, I think it's time for your concession speech. I have proven beyond the shadow of a doubt that this is the Founder's Orb. The facts don't lie, but you obviously do. How's that for a campaign slogan? Why, you contemptuous peasant! I think this is a good time to wrap up this trial. If both parties have no further objections, I will render my verdict. No objections here, Your Honor. No. You can't do this. The crystal is mine. I'll lose the election if I lose the crystal. I'm sorry, but there's really nothing more I can do. You haven't forgotten about our little chat, have you? What's going on here?
Objection!
Your Honor, I object to the defendant's last claim. What? I don't believe they have truly proven that the relic is indeed the Founder's Orb.
Objection!
Mr. Wright, I don't think even you could bluff your way out of this one. What possible argument could you have to claim that this isn't the Founder's Orb? About that. Oh, of course. He can't possibly have hit on something. The defense's assertion is incomplete, and this is why. Their claim that this relic is the Founder's Orb is based on a legend, and that legend claims that the Founder will return when the riddle is solved at last. Right, and that's what happened. The Founder was revealed for all to see. But Mr. Justice, what about the rest of the legend? Huh? According to the legend, once the Founder returned, she would bestow spiritual power onto the person who solved the riddle. You're kidding, right? Well, Mr. Justice, do you feel great spiritual power coursing through your veins? No. But receiving spiritual powers and stuff, it's all just mystic mumbo-jumbo, right? Maybe so, but you're the one basing your claim on said legend. And what we saw here does not fully fulfill it, does it? No, but... consequently, you cannot rightfully claim that this is the Founder's Orb. Sleeping again. What's gotten into him? Why is Mr. Wright doing this? It would appear that Mr. Wright has lost a few of his marbles. That couldn't be further from the truth, Your Honor. In any case, I believe this is a good time for a recess. Both sides will have 20 minutes to prepare. I ask that all arguments be ready by then. Oh, and Mr. Wright, you do well to wash up and find your missing marbles by then, too. This is where we'll stop. I'm not going any further than that. That's it. If you enjoyed this, like, comment, share, subscribe, and click the bell. We will reach the conclusion in the next part. This is MegamanNG signing off. Peace out. Product provided by Capcom.